Hi everyone, as you probably know by now, I absolutely love journals and wanted to show you how I am kind of finishing up my passion planner for the year, finishing up 2018. I've done a couple of these before on how I plan for school and such like that, but I just thought that I would show you as I'm like filling in the last week of finals, how I use this for my like teaching, planning, lesson plans, things like that. Here are the 3 ones that I have, and they're just like the normal large sizes. I put the things on top just to see like what year it is. So anyways, let's get started with this. I will flip it around just to show you me adding all the little goodies in the passion planner. Okay, so here is my passion planner going back to December 1st, just to kind of top off December. What I have in the very front is a key of homework. When I assign it, I highlight it in blue. If it is due today, things that I collect, I highlight it in orange. If it's classwork and I collect it that day, I highlight it in pink, and then whenever there is a test or quiz, I go ahead and highlight that in green. So here we is. I see that we have a quiz. These are things that I collected. This was homework that I will collect later. So at the end of the weeks, I usually just go ahead and make sure that so it is all up to date. Then I have these little spots that I put in pictures that I print off from the HP Sprocket. As you can see, I am quite backlogged on all of those, which is why I am adding them today. So I have all of my pictures laid out for this week. It was my birthday, and leadership made this cute little sign. So I went ahead and put it like behind my desk. And it's not always fun working on your birthday, but the kids made it really fun. So I'm gonna add that picture. And then for this one, they classified random different note cards and put them in order however they wanted to classify them. So these pictures are mostly for me, so when I go ahead and do these lessons later on, I kind of have a visual representation of what I did. So those are those 2 pages. If you haven't seen my lesson planning videos before, I did one like 2 years ago. Instead of having a personal to-do list, these are all of the things that I need for this week. So they have a focus. I wanted to grade late work, good things that happened, like I said, having leadership bring in a poster that made it really special. And then this is all of the things that I need. Like I need the quiz, I need to have these notes, I need to have these printed for this week. And then you already know the color coded things. So we'll go to the next week. This one, we had a field trip and the sky was just so pretty. I had to take a picture of it. So here was our bus, and then just like a group picture by the Christmas tree. I made a video on this HP Sprocket, and I will link that down below if you're curious about these cute little stickers. I love how I can just plop them anywhere. So that was just the field trip day, going over if I have to highlight anything. We worked on things, I collected things. I didn't go ahead and like put these in the grade book, so even though it was classwork, I'm not gonna highlight those. We did a field trip. I have all of my supplies, so I can go to the next week. But since I did go ahead and write out the table of contents like as a scrap paper, and then for my Jeopardy, I went ahead and put them in categories. I just kept that for myself, so for the future I could do the same categories, just because I made like cute things like number and symbols, inhale, exhale, like that was the category name. So I wanted to keep that for myself. Here is all of the pictures. One of my favorite days of the year. Those are all of the pictures added. I want to show you how I do the monthly spreads as well. This one is my old 2018 year, and I've put these little tabs just to show like which units each one is, so when I'm referencing them, I know what unit I was in, whereas like when I'm actually using it, I don't do that. That's kind of an after the fact. So this is the large calendar spread, and I used to put all of my meeting times in here, but I didn't actually use it. It was more of a reference of how many meetings I was going to a month. I don't use any of these things just because I journal so much as it is. This was not, I never looked back on it, so it wasn't something that I used. So I'm gonna show you how I use this page now. And then every month, let me find one. So every month there is a monthly reflection page, and like I said, I don't use this just because I journal daily and it's just not something that I find useful myself. So what I did was, because I just don't like empty pages, like here's a thing, I'm gonna flip it to an empty page, and I just went ahead and glued these together. So for me, whenever I go straight from the end of the month, I go to the calendar view and then straight, just because I don't like seeing blanks in my notebooks. So what I thought was really cute is I followed the Passion Planner on Instagram, and in their Instagram stories, they had these like one-day quote ideas, or like a gratitude journal idea. What I did want was like a one-a-day quote of like funny things that people say, or like the best quote of the day. So I went ahead and I write down any like fun quotes. And then here I'm gonna go ahead and put music that students listen to at lunch. I have a lunch crew that comes in and they play music. So I will go ahead and pull up my Spotify playlist. So here's just my laptop right here. What I like is, since I started, or I wanted to start this now, I can go back in time and see when these were added. So at this point, I'm just going through all of the Spotify lists and choosing like the top 5 that I want to add here. So you're in my cabinet right now, but I will show you all of the passion planners and all of my binders and organization for all my lesson planning. So here are all of the things, and you can see like the tops of what years are what. So anyways, those are all of my organized, nice binders and my system of kind of like a future to myself of how I, all of the materials that I needed, what I did each day. That's the passion planner, everything that I planned. The student binder, so that is what it looks like. That is what we do every day. And then all the copies that I would have to make for future years. So there you have it. Here's how I just kind of finished up the passion planner for 2018, and I will do the same 2019 and moving forward. If you did like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.